Why were they called the Ghost Army of Europe? Never surrendering to their enemy. Never swearing allegiance to a country or king. Unsung heroes who created a legendary mystique, and an intense esprit de corps of its legionnaires. They could rightfully be called legends without names, warriors without pasts, men reborn in the fires of history's most daring and bloodiest conflicts over 2 centuries, Légion étrangère or the Foreign Legion. A corps of the French army created to allow foreign nationals into French service to protect and further the expansion and influence of France worldwide. Fighting from the vast deserts of North Africa to the jungles of South America, they fought in every corner of the globe. Their legend is written with the ink of blood and courage. Welcome to the toughest, and most secretive army in history. And let us have a look inside the most notorious but legendary French Foreign Legion. The training and discipline of the Legionnaire were unmatched by modern-day standards. Before we proceed, kindly like and subscribe to my channel to help me create more videos. In the shocking aftermath of the French July Revolution and the ascent of King Louis-Philippe of the House of Orleans, the disbandment of the Hohenlohe Regiment and the Swiss Guards mercenaries was one of the king's first priorities. Reason was that Paris was teeming with unruly former troops from these paramilitary soldiers from Germany and Switzerland. The start of the French campaign in Algeria appeared to be the answer. These veterans would be far from the capital if they were sent as reinforcements to northern Africa. The creation of the French Foreign Legionnaire were ideal for the French ambition to colonize Africa, starting in Algeria, Africa. Since, in the king's opinion, the lives of French soldiers were more significant than the lives of the Foreign Legion. King Louis-Philippe signed the Foreign Legion, or Légion étrangère, ordinance on March 1, 1831, establishing a military force for service outside of France. It was prohibited for French nationals to join the unit. For about 100 candidates applying to serve in the Legion, only 10 to 15 are accepted. Recruits were not required to show their documents in order to join the Legion because speed was crucial. Since no inquiries were made, the Legion turned into a mingling pot of criminals, desperate colonists, and former mercenaries. All of them were sent to Algeria, which served as the Foreign Legion's birthplace. The French Foreign Legion has been the dominant force of French colonization for nearly 200 years. From France to Madagascar, then from Algiers to Indochina. The Legionnaires' code of honor serves as the foundation for their well-known qualities of bravery, tenacity, and rigorous discipline. It is required of every legionnaire to adhere to the Legion's customs, train diligently. As is unusual in the French military, recruits swear allegiance to the Legion rather than to France when they join. And surrender is not an option for a legionnaire. A legionnaire may obtain French citizenship following 3 years of service. The Legion's rigorous discipline formed a strong tradition and was essential for managing the variety of enlisted men. The Legion attracted a diverse range of individuals from all around the world throughout its existence. Those who joined the Legion were offered the chance to start over by serving, but they were not questioned about their previous lifestyles. The uniform of legionnaires are distinguished from the rest of the French army. The 7-flame grenade is the emblem of the Foreign Legion. The oldest element of the uniform was the buttons, which were yellow with the words Légion étrangère written on it. But the white képi, or képi blanc, was the Legionnaire's most distinguishing uniform element. Originally wrapped in a khaki cover, kepis were actually blue with a red top. However, sun exposure caused them to turn white. Finally, one last distinctive feature of the Legionnaire's uniform are black boots with white shoelaces, which are part of the parade dress. It was also required of Legion sappers or pioneers to have thick beards. Real stories of the Foreign Legion's bravery. The 3rd Company of the 1st Battalion conducted a reconnaissance operation from their base at Chiquihuite to the village of Palo Verde on April 30, 1863 in north-central Mexico. During the campaign, the Mexican insurgents' cavalry attacked the company at the little, deserted settlement of Camerone. After retreating to a nearby farm, the Legionnaires strengthened their position. Captain Jean Dongeur, the company commander, 2 other commanders, and Legionnaires refused to surrender to the Mexican cavalry regiment. 3 battalions arrived to support the cavalry, quickly increasing the number of Mexicans. The Legionnaires chose to fight to the end and refused to give up even at that point. Captain Dongeur was among the members of the Legionnaires who were killed. The final 5 Legionnaires continued to fight until their ammunition ran out. They then fixed their bayonets and launched an assault on the adversary. 1 Legionnaire was killed and another officer was injured by the Mexicans. Upon witnessing their bravery, French-born Mexican Colonel Combes issued an order to stop the fire, in order to enable the other 3 Legionnaires to transport their weapons and gear to his commanding officer. When the commanding officer recognized them, he yelled, "These are not men, they are devils," upon seeing them. Hope you enjoyed this video. Your comments would be helpful to improve my channel content.